back in the studio with Ha and Kiana. Ha is the registered occupational therapist, right?
Yes.
And Kiana is doing an internship, or what do you call it? Not internship.
We do a clinical experience.
Clinical experience. Okay, real good. We'll graduate has graduated, but we'll finish her studies in August. So we're real glad to have you with us.
Oh, thank you.
What's up, Ha?
Nothing much. Just here to talk about occupational therapy versus physical therapy and what the main differences are.
Well, let's find out what the main differences are, because
Okay.
I don't think many of us know.
Okay, so we both work over in Garden Ridge Inpatient. As far as occupational therapy goes, we kind of focus more on activities of daily living, making sure people can still dress themselves, use the restroom independently, shower, get in and out of bed. Some of the stuff we do overlaps, but for the most part, occupational therapy, we're looking for a level of independence and really assessing how much assistance you may need if you go back to your apartment, or whether you need a more supportive type environment where there's aid support, things like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So these would be people who's maybe a broken bone or a stroke even, or that kind of thing.
So a lot of people we see in Garden Ridge, they are, they went to the hospital for, either maybe they fell, broke a wrist, broke a hip, or post-surgery if it was a scheduled type of surgery, or just something medically, maybe like a urinary tract infection, or just one day or for a couple of days had a lot of weakness. So they were hospitalized for quite some time, and they come to us. Maybe they're a little weaker and just not ready to go home and be alone yet. So we really work on getting them back to independence.
Okay. Then about how much do they get? Once a day, or 3 times a week, or several times a day? Or?
So in Garden Ridge, we do 5 times a week.
5 times a week?
Yeah, for both OT and PT. So maybe one day they'll be seen by OT but not PT. Maybe they get a break from PT, and then when they don't get seen by OT, they get seen by PT. Yeah.
Okay, now how does PT differ from OT?
So we kind of call ourselves the movement experts. We try to focus on kind of gross body movements, like large movements, and working on people's strength and range of motion. Same situation with OT after they've come back from the hospital, especially for inpatient, or if they had a fall or broke something or fractured something, we kind of get them back to where they can move those and work on conditioning and making sure they can walk from place to place without getting too tired, and also doing education for them on how to pace themselves and give themselves breaks so that they can do everything that they need to do during the day. So that's what we kind of
So
focus
you went to
on.
Marymount University. What kinds of things are involved in becoming a physical therapist?
Oh, a lot of books. We also do like practical simulations so that we can prepare ourselves for working with people where our professors pretend to have a certain illness or had a certain surgery, where we have to educate them and go through the certain steps of preparing them to go home and being able to do those certain activities like getting out of the bed and standing up and maneuvering an assistive device like a wheelchair, walker, cane, and making sure that they know what they can and can't do after having surgery as well, to make sure that they don't mess up or re-injure or re-break something.
So they really try to give you some practical experience while you're still in school.
Yeah.
And then you have a number, I've known some physical therapists personally, and I know you have different clinics that you've worked through. So what clinics have you been with?
So far, we at Marymount, different schools do it differently. We have 3 clinical experiences. 2 of them are in the summer, and then 1 we have for about 9 weeks. The other 2 are 12-week clinicals. I was at an orthopedic outpatient facility for my last 2 clinicals. Very different. One was where you see multiple people. The other clinic was where we saw one-on-one for like every hour. And then this is my first subacute inpatient facility. So doing a little bit of different. You try to get into different clinicals where you can get a variety of experiences. My last physical therapist worked on pelvic floor, and also doing like vestibular therapy, which is balance like kind of related. And pelvic floor is like bathroom and the muscles that work those and everything like that. So just different experiences so you can have a lot to pull from when you actually start working.
Yeah. What interested you in becoming a physical therapist?
I got hurt and injured myself. I fell and broke my ankle, so I had physical therapy after that. And just thought it would be something that's fun. You get to interact with people and get to share part of their lives with them and help them get better, hopefully. So I thought that would be something that's fun.
Well, good luck with your career.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, tell me a little bit how you got involved in occupational therapy
So
and what it involves.
Yes. So like PT, we work in a lot of different settings, and we can work anywhere from pediatrics to mental health to inpatient in the hospital to here to outpatient. So, I went into school thinking I would work with pediatrics. And then when I went into school, I got exposure to all these different settings as well. So OT is one of those medical professions where not a lot of people know about it. So initially I thought I was going to do nursing. And then, as you're doing your schoolwork and you learned about all the other things out there, I'm like, actually, I want to do that. So, nursing is more like caring for somebody, doing things for them. And occupational therapy is a little
helps them become independent.
Yeah, encouraging them, educating them how to do things more independently and safely. So.
And where did you get your training?
I went to Shenandoah University.
Did you really?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm very familiar with that school.
Yes.
Good. It's a good school. Yeah. Okay. So you are strictly at Garden Ridge, right?
Yes. On occasion, you'll see me in Hunter's Crossing for outpatient, but mostly I'm in Garden Ridge.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And I hope we've enlightened a few people as the differences and the benefits of taking advantage of physical therapy and occupational therapy. So, good. Thank you very much.